Hello, I'm Gloria C. Boysal, and I'll be sharing with you a short story I've written titled The Forecast. Will They Live Honorably Ever After? Papa! Her papa's face lit wide with smile, the sweet call of her voice caressing his heart. He turns away from his old mule, Faithful, and with a chuckle says, "Yes, Bella, I will expect you by—" Bella interrupts, "Yes, yes, I know, by supper." She deepens her voice to mimic her papa's and imitates, "We are a family, and we eat our suppers as a family." A devout grin crinkles in his gray-green eyes. He reaches for her hand, and lightly squeezing, responds, "Enjoy the great sea, my precious mermaid." "I will." Bella leans forward and gives her papa a quick peck on the cheek. She whirls around, ready to race out of the barn, but her mind echoes her papa's warning. "No running. You can stir up the ground outside of the old barn doors." Bella holds back her itching impulse, but one foot out the door and she's darting free. With a craving as deep as her papa's well, Bella hurries to the awaiting ocean. Bella couldn't remember a time when her heart didn't yearn for the sea. She suspected at birth the calling of the great ocean whispered in her ear to "Come, come and be one with the mightiness of the oceanic rhythms." Her papa and Ma Grace, the blind woman who spun a web of love around Bella, as thick and comforting as an old wool blanket, would often cite, "There's no need to try and deny the truth of Bella's home of the heart, the deep sea." Ma Grace taught Bella the importance of honoring all of nature and its inhabitants by demonstrating one's gratitude through actions and words. So each day on her way to the ocean, Bella stops to pick berries to give away to the mountain's animals. Although her hand stays busy picking berries, her mind goes elsewhere. Bella thinks, "I am my most happy and relaxed self in the blueness of the waves. Oh, I understand the pleasure of having a down-to-heart chat, or a warm, cozy snuggle, or a home-cooked meal in right good company. But nothing is as soothing or delightful as the unrestrained glory of the pulsating sea surf." Her checkered dress pockets full to the brim, Bella bows to the berry plants and unceremoniously says, "Thank you," then scurries across the orchard to the foothills. As she stands before the mountain, she bows and says, "Majestic mountain, I bequeath these berries for all the animals who roam your heights." She dumps the berries and bows again. With a hasty turn she rushes, free at last, to be with her most cherished place, the sea. When reaching the seaside with arms spread eagle, Bella follows her childhood impulse and swoons toward the grandeur of the deep blue. She faces the ocean's immensity and digs her feet in the warm, crystal white sand, and doing what she always does, takes in a deep breath. The grandness of the ocean and the aroma of the salt air satisfy her with a depth of happiness so profound, so penetrating, her eyes shed tears. With a wide, ingenuous face she bows and says, "O blessed sea, I stand before thee with a heart overflowing with thanksgiving. My arms cannot begin to contain the depth of love I have for you." Bella makes a sweeping motion with her arms, as if pouring out all of her love and gratitude. She takes in another long, deep breath and bows again. She then pulls off her day dress to expose her swimsuit and dives into the clear blueness. She swims with the ease of a mermaid, buoyantly caressing the lapping waves. Diving deeper into the recesses of the waters, she spies a jellyfish entangled in a small net. With the acuity of a skilled seamstress, Bella untangles and rescues her sea friend. Bella swims farther out, hoping to spy dolphins. Scoping the vast ocean, there are none in sight. On her way back to the shore, she takes another deep dive. There they are! The dolphins are at the bottom of the ocean, swimming in a circle. Bella understands this to mean they are sleeping, and she must not disturb them. However, she spots a frolicking baby dolphin. She inwardly laughs and thinks just like a child. She quietly floats above them, prizing the closeness and the energy of the not-to-be-put-to-rest baby dolphin. After her hearty swim, Bella sits on the shore and does what she regularly does. She thinks. Her papa often says some folks have a need to think more than others. Bella suspects she's one of the others her papa speaks. So she thinks and thinks. In all my 22 years, I have not once uttered a single complaint against my neighbors. Papa says it's not good judgment to pass judgment upon another. Yep, no matter the infringement, I've kept, as Papa says, a clean mouth. Not even when Mr. Packard accused me of lollygagging too much and not being a dutiful daughter did I speak out and dirty my mouth. No, sirree. I kept all my less than highest thoughts to myself. Bella lets out a big sigh. But worry me they do. I fear my downfall hides in the dark corners of my mind. Weighed down by her burdening thoughts, Bella speaks to the ocean of her concern. Great ocean, I'm spite more unfriendly in my thinking than is healthy for the growth of my soul. Although I don't speak unkindly, I know it's not of respectable character to hold on to uncharitable thoughts. Please put me at ease with your ebb and flow, so I may change my ways for the better. Another big sigh, and Bella owns up. I have to come clean and confess. I am right smart in my attitude, though it's kept locked in the secret of my mind. A hawk flies overhead, and Bella covers her eyes from the glare of the sun to watch the gliding of the bird. As the hawk soars, Bella leans her head back to have a closer look, fascinated by the liberation of flying. With the dip of a wing, a stunning revelation takes hold. She says, I understand. Thank you, powers of nature, for answering my prayer with the winged one. I am to let my thoughts go, simply let them fly away, and be as free as a bird. Bella stands and waltzes around, her arms outstretched. She laughs and says, Yes, I will let you go. No more caging. She comes to a standstill, her mouth scrunched together and her forehead furrowed. She stretches her arm out as if holding on to a sword and cries out, Struggle, be gone! Bella then sits and says in her "this is serious business" voice, Okay, the next time I have dark thoughts, I'll stop and say to them, Look here, you dirty traitors, I will not hang on to you. So you can fly away for eternity, 'cause I'm keeping my mind fresh for allies. Then I'll lasso my good thinking thoughts and think on them. In the glow of inspiration, Bella chortles and leans back. Elbows in the grainy sand, she quotes Maul Grace. There is a sparkle of hope in all matters. Never forget that, child. Bella lies back and peers up into the saturated blue sky. I feel as light as Maul Grace's feathers she uses to stuff her feather beds. A dreaminess flows through her, and Bella closes her eyes, surrendering to the reverie. All of a sudden, a thunderous boom shakes the skies, and so startles Bella, she sits straight up. Her body quivers. Arms around her knees, she pulls her body into a tight ball. What's happening? Bella asks as she surveys the clear sky. Not a hint of a storm in sight. Still shaken, Bella closes her arms tighter around her legs, and did what she unfailingly does. Look to the ocean for answers. Great ocean, she says in a shaky voice, and as she notices the rays shimmer off the water, she calms a little. Beloved sea, please let me know what created that horrendous explosion. Not stirring a muscle, Bella sits in her ball-like position, waiting and watching. Never had she been afraid here in her place of refuge, her place of freedom, her place of the heart. With unsteady knees, Bella rises. She wobbles to the shoreline and plants her feet, then opens her arms wide. And as loud as she can, she speaks to the great ocean. "O great sea, I am here to honor you and all your inhabitants. Please accept my love and adoration. I am willing to assist you in your mighty waves in any way I can." She bows. As she stands, a powerful vision grabs her. The horror punches the breath out of her. She gasps for air as terror cuts into her heart. Bella cannot keep from shaking. Even her teeth rattle. Huge waves, bigger than Mr. Elliott's mansion, the only two-story house in the village, comes crashing across the shoreline. Wave after smashing wave. The intensity of the tidal waves washes out everything it hits. The stone beach wall, large and small cypress trees, the fruit orchards, the farmlands, and the village. "Oh no, not the village, the people!" Bella burst into tears as the vision makes plain the obliteration of the village, its clay homes, small white church and two-room schoolhouse, store that also serves as the post office, stable, and the large vegetable gardens. Moreover, Bella witnesses a sight beyond her endurance. The villagers running, screaming, trying to save their lives. Bella falls to her knees. Through heaving sobs, she sputters, "No, no, it cannot be. Please, please, I implore you. Dear great ocean, why?" She hangs her head as the hardest cry of her life takes over. With swollen red eyes and a bruised heart, Bella sits, not knowing what to do. No more tears left. She asks, "Please, great ocean, I beg you to tell me what, if anything, I can do to save my people, my village, from total extinction. I give you my solemn oath I will listen and abide to your instructions, whatever they may be." Nothing, not a sound or sight revealed. Bella stands and speaks from the depth of her core. "Powers of nature, I call to you to intervene. I stand before you ready and willing to do whatever it takes to save my people. Tell me how I can change the course of this calamity. I in return will give you all that I am, all that I have, and all that I will ever become. Hear my plea. This must be stopped." A volcanic blast of a roar covers the sky. As darkness blankets the clouds, Bella shivers. Then a voluminous, omnipresent voice booms. "You have been warned. Due to your selflessness, a second chance will be given. You may tell the people of the upcoming catastrophic event, so they may save themselves, their livestock, their food, and their most treasured belongings. Inform them that the tidal waves will come on the day of the new year, 2 months from now. They are to go to the mountain on the morn of the 1st, and stay there, in the large cave, for 7 days. They must not come down from the mountain until the sky lights up on the 8th day. They have ample time to prepare." Barely above a whisper, Bella asks, "Oh, great powers of nature, please will you tell me why we must suffer? We who are good, hard-working, and God-fearing people." A crackling light flashes across the sky, and Bella hears, "Yes, it is true, you are good, hard-working, and God-fearing people, but you are people who fail to honor God's creations. People who curse the skies when it rains too much, and spit upon the land when it doesn't rain enough, and take from the land without replenishing it. People who harbor resentment against their brethren, and sit in judgment believing they know what's best for their neighbors, and blame God for any or all injustices. And yet these same people complain that life is not giving them their due right. You may not mistreat the land or one another. Such imbalances have to be balanced. By mistreating the land and one another, You are taking that which is not yours to rightfully take, and this must be stopped." The voice ceases. A quiet, serene wind blows with dove-like gentleness, and the sky lights up with resplendent colors. Blues, purples, greens, yellows, and oranges, much like a rainbow, but not in a rainbow arc. A surreal zing charges the air, and Bella stands in the timelessness. Not moving a square inch, she keeps her eyes peeled in a magnetic trance on the multicolored, luminescent rays dancing across the sky. One at a time the rays disappear and the magnetic pull subside, and Bella in a sprint flees to her papa. How long she stood there, she did not know. The back door open, her papa waits, concern masking his face. It is not like Bella to be so late. Yes, she may merrily come sauntering in a few minutes into the supper hour, but without fail she sits next to her papa to share in their daily ritual. Her papa, from the time of her mamma's death, with Bella being a mere 3-year-old, made it a habit of having a supper hour, which included eating, talking, and reading from the good book. Okay, enough is enough. I must go see about my Bella. The air a bit nippy by the evening hour, he reaches for a wrap, but as he slides on his light blue sweater, his favorite, because Bella made it for him, he hears her sweet voice. "Papa!" Bella stands in the doorway. A shadow lines her face. Her papa once before saw such darkness override her brightness when her mamma died. She falls into his arms. "Oh, papa!" she cries. Her papa holds her close and rubs her hair and back. He begins singing a song he wrote for her right after her mamma died. While rocking her back and forth as he embraces her, he sings, "You've got love in a sweet buttercup, joy in a pocket full of rainbows, peace in a butterfly's dream, sleeping on a moonbeam, rising on a sunbeam, with stardust leading your way. Come, my darling girl, sit and tell me what ails you." Her papa leads her to the pine kitchen table. He pulls out 2 wooden chairs, covered in bright blue-green seating cushions Bella made from her need to have the sea close by. They sit face to face and hold hands. "Papa, the powers of nature have spoken to me. They have shown me—" Bella's tears pour forth. Her papa rubs her hands and with his doting love gazes deep into her brown eyes, her mother's eyes. He takes one of her hands and places it on her heart and says, "Breathe into your heart. It will calm you." Bella pictures her heart and imagines her breath going in and out of her heart region, like her papa taught her long ago after her mamma died. Like a hot tonic, the breathing soothes her. "Papa, I'm not sure how to start." "At the beginning, precious." "Yes, of course." Bella swallows. While relishing the great ocean, a loud jarring noise exploded in the sky. "Oh, papa, it frightened me something awful." Bella pauses, remembering the ominous moment. Her papa pats her cheek and beams an affectionate smile. "I asked the great sea to please tell me what created the explosion, but I did not receive an answer. So I stood and gave my pledge that I would assist the great ocean in any way I could. That's when it happened, papa. That's when the powers of nature blazoned the skies with the vision of upcoming tidal waves. Tidal waves bigger than Mr. Elliot's place." Bella stops and searches her papa's face for reassurance, like she customarily does whenever anything weighs heavily in her heart or on her mind. Her papa's furrowed brows soften and he replies, "Bella, you have been given a forewarning. We need to thank and bless the powers of nature." "Papa, there is more." "It can wait until we bestow our gratitude." "Yes, papa." They kneel hands in prayer position, and her papa prays. O blessed powers of nature, we are forever grateful for the unveiling of what's to come. We humbly ask for your mercy for any part we may have participated in. With our sincere hearts we give our deepest appreciation. My daughter and I pour our love to God and the powers of nature. Thank you for gifting my Bella with the futuristic vision. We are forever yours. They stand and bow and sit back down across from each other. Bella takes in a deep breath and continues. The great ocean's waves destroy everything, the fruit orchards, the farmlands, the vegetable gardens, and our village. Oh, Papa, the people! I saw them running and screaming, trying to save themselves. But they couldn't outrun the power of the sea. Bella cups her face, lifting her hands. Her papa's eyes meet hers. The endearing love pours out of his gray-green eyes and flows straight into her heart. His strong hands reach out to her. Hand in hand, she says, I have been told how we can save ourselves. We must go into the large cave high in the mountain and stay there for 7 days. We have 2 months to prepare. The angry waves will come on the first day of the new year. Mighty glad to hear the great sea has given us sufficient time to take care of all that needs to be seen to, her papa says with wistful respect. Papa, we, the people, have created this with our mistreatment of the earth and each other. I must warn the people so they can save themselves. If you would like to hear how the story continues, you may purchase the book, The Forecast, Will They Live Honorably Ever After, on Amazon by Gloria C. Boysal. Thank you for listening.